Welcome everybody to the Voice Chat Podcast, episode 49. My name is Maaz from TheAMaazing.
I'm Laddi.
I'm Rushlight.
I'm Normal Chaos.
And I'm TootyMcNooty.
Woo!
Perfect. There you go. Nailed that intro.
Nailed
And
it.
I just wanted to welcome everybody back to an episode after so long. I know we missed you. We missed
Yeah.
everyone.
I'm so hyped.
And I'm still hired. And before we begin, I just want to quickly thank the patrons and channel members, especially Floozy101, Moneymaker 2.0, Vash 2123, Stephen Davis, Amy Ayala, Paul Bowling, Wyatt Watson, Reborn Mo, Gabriel, Gabby, Fox, Dr. Grace Diablo, Austin House, Andrew Ong, Ab, Storytell 25 Facts, Jason Room. Wow, there's so many of you. There's way too many. We're gonna figure out a way to streamline that. It's interesting that after us taking more of a break, we got more patrons to help out, which is definitely good because YouTube's giving us less now.
Yeah.
January we got hit. Oh,
January is the worst month for everybody, but
Yeah.
it felt even worse this year.
Thanks, YouTube.
Oh yeah, well the pandemic is still raging, Rush. You can't blame
What?
You can't.
We're in a
I thought that was
pandemic?
like a week-long thing. What?
I'm we're still going.
Where's my money?
I got some bad news about that though.
Wait. Also, thanks to the fan art. Oh my god,
yeah.
this is awesome. Thank you so much. Wow, this is great. Yeah, that's the bad news. It's fan art. It's
Thank you. We got some bad news. We got fan art, you guys. Again.
Oh, dude, what a bummer.
That one's pretty good.
I like fan art. That's great.
Oh, good. All right. Thank you for the fan art. Now, Rush, what's the bad news?
I got-
Tell us the bad.
Guys, I have some bad news.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I had COVID and it wasn't good. It wasn't
Yeah.
fun.
Wait, actually legit.
COVID
What the
wasn't
heck?
good?
No, it was not.
What
It
is
was
not
legit
good?
bad news. Also, I have more bad news after this bad news. But hold up.
You got COVID again?
You got the second strain.
You got a second- Oh my god.
Yeah, the UK strain. Thanks, Tooty. You know.
Yeah.
Oi. Actually, talking about COVID, I actually scraped getting it like 3 times, like during the course of like
Ooh.
2020.
What was it like?
It
Playing toss on
was-
a dodgeball and you dodged it? What do you mean
Oh,
scraped by?
Literally, first time it was my boyfriend's brother, who we briefly like met at like the park.
Uh-huh.
And then literally the next day found out he had COVID. We were like, oh sugar, we gotta
Oh.
isolate. And because in the UK we have the we have an NHS app which basically tells us to stay inside. We actually had to like listen to that, not listen, look at the app and basically follow it and not go outside for like the next 7 days. It's like
Wow.
painful, and you have to like regulate yourself and see if you have any like symptoms, whatever. And yeah, this happened 3 times. So second time it was from my boyfriend's work because I don't go out that much. He does. And then the
Yeah.
last time was coming back from Christmas, and my family literally. I think my mum may have got it from like the supermarket, but as soon as I went back from Christmas for New Year's, all of my family that I saw over Christmas got COVID except for me.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
Whoa.
Oh.
but honestly, like just it's actually just kind of not traumatic, but worrying in a sense, just knowing that your family members have it or friends have it. And
Mhm.
I mean, I can't imagine what it's like for people who have actually like lost their family members because of it. And it's definitely something that makes you worried. It makes you go, oh god.
Mhm.
It'd be like that. I was just minding my own business in my room, and I don't go outside. And then my grandparents were like, "Hey, we brought it home." I'm like, "What'd you bring?" Oh, you know, I'm
We
like,
brought it. We
We
brought
gotta
it
get a new pet.
home.
for 3 days straight, I just laid in bed and just drank water and sweat. And then after that, I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine." And then like a month later, I still have no taste. So that's pretty.
Good.
That sucks.
You
Literally,
can't
when-
taste tea, right? That's the big
I
thing
can't
for
taste
you.
anything. Not even when I brush my
That
teeth.
sucks.
I remember you complaining
Dang.
about
That really
that.
sucks. I remember when my parents started getting COVID, like at the beginning stage, I was like researching facts on like social medias like TikTok and like Facebook, whatever, trying to find as many tips as possible. And I was like constantly phoning my parents, like, all right, you want to take 3 teaspoons of honey, each day. You want to
What?
sleep on your tummy. You want to
Tummy.
walk around every like 2 hours. Do all of this, and it's just basically force feeding them facts I just worriedly picked up so they could just stay active. That's one of the big things though when you do have COVID is making sure you get the right amount of like both rest
COVID.
and
Mhm.
movement, because if you do too much of both, it's just gonna tire you out and just gonna I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Beautiful, dude.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten it. I have an in-person class now with like 50 other people.
In one
that I-
room, 50.
It's a huge room. We all social distance, but it's a dance class.
That's a big room.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yo.
Laddie, what?
Damn.
Yeah, well, it's because I just needed one more class because I'm gonna graduate this semester. I was like, jeez, and it was the only class I could take. So every other Wednesday, I have to go there in person.
What kind of
Kinda
dance? Is
though.
it like?
Yeah, that's important.
Is it like clog
it's
dancing? Is it like
no? It's just like world dance. So we're just doing a bunch of different dances. Like
so clog dancing would be one of them? Yeah.
we don't get close to each other at all. We
Do a
could
little
like
jig.
dance in like a line.
It's
and-
interpretive dancing. That's
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Do a
I
jig,
swear
Like,
I swear I've seen somewhere like it was like an example of like a dance class like during COVID, and like the teacher drew out boxes for like I think it was like 6 or 8 boxes for like each student to like basically dance in, and I'm like that doesn't look big as a box. Like, can you move? I don't know about dancing, but like it's so fascinating, especially like schools, to see how like they basically like reshape the way of learning.
I love
Yeah.
like the instructors. It's like the anime instructors who are just like, well, actually, your back was 35 degrees, not 40 degrees. I'm gonna fail you. It's like, you know, like the really
Yeah.
specific. Like your back was turned ever so slightly to the swan's angle. I'm like, what he was saying
Like, how
right
do you
now?
judge that?
Yeah.
Like, knowing the angle at which your back is bending, like, I can't see that.
No, it's like I have a fascination with watching experts in their field. I really
Mhm.
like watching people who are like dedicated, know their craft well, and they want to get better. And like that's why I've been watching a lot of like champion games and all these weird stuff. And yesterday I recommended a video came up on my YouTube of this legendary drummer. I think it's Larnell is his name. This dude who usually plays for jazz, usually plays like soft drum, but you know, very like masterful, skilled. And he had never heard metal really, and especially Enter the Sandman from Metallica. And so the video is him listening to for the first time ever, and like the way a drummer listens to the song is so different. He's like, "Oh, okay, it's a hi-hat double repeat. Okay, big build up here, right in the middle here," and he's like analyzing it to such
Dissecting.
a yeah. And I'm
That's
just like, I don't
crazy.
even hear that. Like, what do you even like? He's like, "Oh, yeah, the bass drum here, the bass," and I'm like, "What? I don't know." And then
Yeah.
time they play it again without the drums, and he has to do it all from the first time memory. And Rush, like Rush, you know Enter the Sandman, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch this later because
Yeah.
crazy. Like
One of the
this
best.
video is insane. Yeah,
It's
and
probably
I don't
how
know.
people look at us, like, as animators. They're just like, we're talking about stuff, and they're like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
That's I didn't realize that was a big thing until I made a reference sheet, and then I was like, wow, there is actually a lot that I didn't realize was innately part of like style. You know what I mean? Like the style, and then like the camera work and the small things, like oh yeah, like do this, and this. You just don't realize how much you know until you get tested on it. You know.
I must say,
Everyone's
it's
Yeah.
different.
When we watch anime, like sometimes Rush will catch like animation errors that I won't even catch, and I'm like, oh shoot, yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
we're watching the Harley Quinn show, and the girl's hair
Oh my
for
God.
5 frames
Oh,
turned
the Harley Quinn
orange.
show.
I didn't even
Oh,
notice.
wait, what?
Until you pointed it out. Yeah.
The Harley Quinn show is the greatest show of all time, right, Laddie?
I've
I
only
like it.
watched like half of the first season right now,
Mhm.
but like it's good. I love it.
It's my favorite comedy animated thing ever. I
It's
think.
really funny.
Yeah.
Like
very
I
adult,
was,
like,
I was
humor and
like
stuff.
these jokes, these are catching.
Yeah, the
These are
characters.
catching.
like the tuna trout. What? No, wait, what fish? Okay.
Wait, what?
Wait, what saying was
King
that?
Trout, look at
No,
me, flop flop.
Like, type of fish, and then there was like tuna, trout.
Yeah.
two fish.
WOAH, dude.
Yeah,
I think like the animation catching is also like relevant because you Chaos and Tooty, both of you are like animators in different fields now. You know,
It's
and you
funny,
dive
yeah.
yeah,
into TikTok games.
Mm.
I
yeah.
remember like a year. Has it been a year? It's been more than a year now.
It's
Wow,
been
that's
more than
insane.
that, I think.
Boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been more than a year because well, I don't know if I can say the server name, but there was a server where TikTok animators were gathering,
Mhm.
and it was like the onus to a lot of now prominent TikTok animators. It was like where
Mhm.
all of them hung out, and I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
gonna be a big thing, and it's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still ongoing to this day.
Wait, TikTok? I thought it was just a week-long thing.
Shut up, Rush.
No.
Yeah, it was like, oh, TikTok's gonna die. Like, bro, do you know how much money they have on that app? Like, they're not gonna, it's
I
not gonna
still
die
love
anytime.
TikTok.
It's been a pretty long week.
Yeah.
The pandemic was supposed to be a week. That was supposed to be a week. What's going on?
It feels
Mm.
like 2 years for me. God.
I don't think we actually know how long a week is.
Yeah.
I swear my weeks go really quickly now.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Beginning
like
slow.
still gonna go with continue the TikTok stuff for the foreseeable future, or?
Foreseeable future. Like, I feel like there is a point where things just naturally stop, but it's like you don't know where that point is. And so,
Yeah.
like, my mindset right now is, choo choo, keep chugging along. But at the same time, like, expanding onto other fields, like, right now, I'm currently, like, in the middle of, like, planning, like, kind of organizing and making my first proper, like, YouTube video because I do
Mhm.
have a YouTube channel, but I just, like, do re-upload like
Yeah.
compilations of like TikToks, and I'm like, no, slaps hand. I want to do more. So
Mhm.
I
yeah,
gotta say,
it's like
you have an audience waiting for you there too.
I
Like,
know, and I feel really bad that there are 205,000 people
there's
just
so many.
hit that button, and there's nothing much coming out.
You're waiting. Just one day you're gonna drop like a
Just,
sweet diss track.
just
Heck
like
yeah.
It's funny because we started on TikTok and the content that we make on it is like it's short, it's easy, like you can get a simple joke out very quickly. And I like doing that type of content, but it's like I also want to pursue longer forms of content, which is why I started YouTube. It doesn't mean I want to stop doing TikTok. I still very much love that format, but like it's hard to be consistent with both that and YouTube at the same time. So like I'm trying to find ways to vary it. But just
Mhm.
recently I introduced the fact that hey,
Yeah.
instead of just doing animations, I'm going to do some behind the scenes content on here as well to show you how I do some of the stuff. So that way I can post
Ooh,
more often because
that's cool.
it's hard to juggle it all, you know?
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like
Pretty good.
100% have like the same mindset. Like I enjoy TikTok like still and do currently like it's just such a refreshing audience to be on there. But as well,
Mhm.
like, like realizing yourself like you can't stay and make like short videos with short, quick, like slapsticky like comedy. Like I've always wanted for some time to like make actual like for stories, for example, which was like the main thing that I was like originally going for in art, which was illustration. And then I decided dabble into a bit of animation, and then here I am. And then that idea
Mhm.
is now turned into animation. And I feel like for me to make longer content is definitely like gonna be like YouTube as like the next destination for that. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like it's all very exciting, but at the same time, like nerve wracking because you gotta decide where you want to go and how you want to take
Yeah.
your career kind of thing.
Yeah, you
Well,
never
I
know
think
what the
Mhm.
that's
future
the
holds.
yeah. I think that's the
Yeah.
next thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you think there will be a future for TikTok animation yeah? Do you think
I
there's a future for
mean,
TikTok animation?
I
I
have
I
no idea.
I feel like the same way YouTube kinda had its waves
Yeah.
of, storytime animators kinda coming and going and stuff like that.
Mhm.
TikTok animation will start to experience the same thing, where, like, people are gonna see that, like, "Oh, there are TikTok animators. People animate on TikTok," and it's like, they may like that form of content to where, like, we'll get another wave and, like, in a matter of time. It really depends on how TikTok goes because, the scare of TikTok going away for a while was a big thing.
Mhm.
But still, if it continues, I think it'll do exactly the same thing.
I think what I've seen on TikTok is like there are moments in like my time on TikTok where I see a new animator like rise up from like a viral video, a few viral videos, and they would then be introduced into the kind of like the TikTok animated category kind of thing. And
Mhm.
that list keeps expanding like whether we 1 month there'll be like one person that rises, and then it would be like several months from then, and then another person comes along, and I feel like that's going to be, I think, the whole kind of gimmick of like new TikTok animators coming through, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, I think like a lot of them. Well, I don't know if I should name and name people here, but there's been a few TikTok animators who have been really popular and then converted it over to their YouTube, and have worked with brands and stuff because of their TikTok success. You know.
Mhm.
Um,
Hmm.
I
so
mean,
I
I
was
could
just
say I'm
like,
one of them.
yeah, I
I
know that.
have I have
I
a
know you
few.
are, and yeah.
I mean, I've like the most I've done in terms of like working for like other people or like working with musicians on like music projects. So I've like worked for MXN Tunes, Savage Gasp,
Mhm.
Let Trim and the Cars That Go Boom. That's them.
Yes, that was a good
They
video.
they were really nice to work with actually, and it was like that song came out like 20 years ago as well. So they were really nice to work with. They were like, "Oh my
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Heck
Hell
yeah.
yeah. And I think like that relates to how I first met you, Tooty. Well, I first knew about you. And I
god!"
couldn't find anything, so forgive me if I'm mistaken here. Um, there's this guy named Toby Lou. All right.
Toby Lou.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And this is they named Toby Lou. Laddi, Rush, you know this because there was a trend in the animation community where Toby Lou's video came out, which is the Adventure Time baby scene. I'm
Yeah,
a
that
rough
one.
baby and I
Yeah.
dance like a
Oh.
man,
That's
like a
like a
man.
Oh yeah.
And that guy, that song, I take a man, he's enough, baby, and I dance like
Oh,
a man,
I love
you know?
Toby's music so
Buff
much.
Baby, yeah, I liked his
Mhm.
music prior and I liked his music after, and I still listen to a few of his after songs as well. Like this song over here in No Mic, Buff Baby.
Oh yeah. But he's also really nice to work with as well, and
Yeah,
it's
so
just
did you know that Tooty is the one who animated this?
The
Did you
whole
know that?
thing?
yeah. Oh wait, not the whole
No, as in
not
like you
no.
animated you animated like the TikTok version, the one that like
Oh
made
yeah,
it
the
blow
TikTok
up.
Yeah,
version.
yeah.
You just linked the YouTube video. I was like, wait, no, I
Oh,
didn't animate
no,
that.
as in I was referring to the song, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I did animate the TikTok dance. That was cool. I
It was
remember
fun.
how I was animating that. I was like, I'm just gonna animate some random turnip dude in a diaper just and I remember doing the dance in the car. This is the thing. I made the dance up by myself, and I have like no like qualification in dancing, if you want to call it. I was like, and I was doing it all in the car, like whilst my dad was driving, and he was just looking over and seeing me like rub my hands all over my face,
She's
and
crazy.
then
I
like
don't
switch
wanna.
side to side, and
What are
I
you
was like,
doing? I'm researching.
yeah. And I was out in that car ride. I was like, all right, I'm going to make that into a dance. And then I had no idea it would then blow up. And then Charlie D'Amelio would be doing it. And she didn't even tag me. So,
Oh
Wow.
Oof.
dang.
It was
That's
really
like
cool watching that blow up though, because
that
like
was cool,
I
yeah.
remember the day you posted it, you were so excited. I'm like, yo, this is awesome. And then eventually, like maybe like I don't know, 3 months later, I was playing like Spotify and I saw your animation pop up for the backdrop for the song, and I was like, yo, wait. I was so excited.
I love it how more and more artists are now using like well, of course with special permission from the actual like fan who did the art, like they're using like either fan art or like, fan animations to like put on Spotify backgrounds. Like the most
Mhm.
recent one I saw was of Stupid Horse, and it was from this guy on Twitter who animated that song, and I can't remember his Twitter or their Twitter handle, but it was such like a funny like animation along to that song. If you haven't listened to 100 Gex, yeah, you're in for a ride.
And for a ride. Saddle up.
But yeah,
blessed, dude. And I think like Chaos, the way that relates to you is like obviously I didn't know that you. Oh, I was gonna say real names. I mean, I didn't know Tooty and Chaos. You two knew each other until the server, and I was like, what
Mhm.
the heck?
Yeah,
Did you two
actually,
meet on TikTok or was that like
Yeah,
Smash?
there was
yeah.
funny enough, when I started on TikTok,
Mhm.
this is like flashback to like December of 2018 of me looking at TikTok and like trying to make. I actually had another account before Abnormal Chaos, where I was just posting just like regular looking TikToks. But then I saw that people were doing art. I saw Lulu's work, your red sketch work, and like
Oh,
that's
I
like
remember those.
early days, like before like TikTok animation was even considered a thing. And I was like, "Oh, that looks fun." And I saw more people start to do it. And I was just like, "Oh, okay, okay. I want to try it. I want to try it." And then like in January that next year in 2019, I made my first post, and then like it just kind of went off. Like that first post, and like immediately, I think either by my second or third post, Lulu followed me,
Yeah,
and we met. So I was like,
yeah.
"Hey, how you doing?" And then
Oh,
like
the red.
so on and so forth.
Oh, honestly, like that stage when I was doing the it's called the red pencil drawing era. It's like the very
Yeah.
beginning. I remember why I originally started those. I originally started those. It was out of pure boredom, but like the situation that got me to it was that my ex had just broken up with me. I was absolutely like just sobbing it off in my room, like, oh my god, I'm so worthless kind of mentality, like whilst sobbing over a
Mood?
desk with an iPad.
Same.
And I remember then my flatmate one day just randomly came in and then shouted at me for something. I felt shafted that, and when you got shit on top of shit, then you got that to trampoline you up to somewhere like unworthy, like when you get like catapulted up somewhere. And then I just drew one of those red drawing videos, and people liked it for some reason.
That's how it
Mm.
is, huh? Like people just like it for some reason.
Yes. Thank you, Algo.
Like I look
Thank you.
like it's weird because you look back at like old artwork. Like every artist has felt this where it's like, oh, I don't want to look at my old artwork. I don't really have that feeling anymore to really like I like looking back at what I did because like it looks so different from
Mhm.
anything I could do now. Because like I had no idea what I was doing. And I was just like, y'all fell in love with that. And now we're here.
I could I see as like part of my style, like in my old drawings, like the red like pencil like videos, and I'm like, this
Mhm.
really went somewhere, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Mm.
And now I'm just drawing frogs.
I also
Yay.
found a
with
funny
cute little butts.
I found a funny connection. Like you had just had a breakup in the late 2018 and you started TikTok right after.
Yeah, literally.
That is exactly what
Literally.
happened to me. I don't know why that connection is made. I had a breakup in like October.
This is where like the dumpies
Yeah.
go.
Oh my
TikTok.
god, that's actually quite funny.
That's like
Like
wacky
we
connections.
elevated. Like there's a Bob roast, there's a Bob Bob roast,
There's a
Bob
Bob
Ross
roast.
there's a Bob Ross quote, and it's like one of the more serious ones, and it's like talking about light to dark technique, and it's like when you got a bit of darkness, you add a bit of lightness, and when you add a bit of lightness, you add a bit of darkness. You know,
Yeah.
that was our lightness.
The
Literally, it
balance.
catapulted us into like the beaming, glaring like light.
It was an interesting like I'm not saying that that was the reason I started either, but like it
Oh
was just a
yeah,
funny
like
connection. Yeah.
I
I did
mean,
not start making content out of spite.
oh yeah, I definitely did not make content out of spite like either, but I also just find it so interesting that like a depressing situation that like no one can even dream to like dread through can then go hello, you're doing TikTok now.
Now you're
Yeah,
creating.
so if you're going through a tough breakup, just start TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok is the
Express
best
yourself.
cure.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work
Depression is
out, I'm
TikTok.
sorry.
Sorry.
Use depression
Sucks.
as a motivator, okay? Do it.
Honestly,
God,
it may have been like It may have been like a catalyst almost because of the fact that like in that moment that you were feeling so low, you want to express yourself the way that you want to express yourself. And I think that's like one of the biggest things. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do like pull the initiative. So I was probably in that mindset when I was thinking about it.
I
Mm.
also do like notice myself like whenever I'm in like a creative low or just a low in general, like I always find like you get to a point that you're like, that's it, I gotta like do XYZ, and then you do it and then you feel better.
Mm.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's how life
Yeah, you're
works.
like, fuck it, might as well. Nothing else can happen.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Bless.
Hey.
Unless.
But again, like it's just like any other job or just like any other thing. Go into it with an open mind. Like if you go into it expecting you to blow up, expecting success from the get go, because it's like, oh, it's easier. No, it's not. It's no, it's not. Okay, it's like
No.
any other
No,
job.
it's not.
Blowing up and getting success is difficult, and you just gotta
Mhm.
be really committed. Like that's why I asked, like, are y'all gonna continue for the foreseeable future? Because like every social media is a marathon and not a sprint. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Mhm.
Mm.
I
Like
wouldn't be surprised if you converted to YouTube and just never kind of went back.
my journey on TikTok was really just throwing a coin in the fountain, and like it just kind of sparked from there and kept going. So literally, my mindset going into it and my mindset that I will always keep is that like I want to just do the thing that I'm very like passionate about, and it was animating and like just drawing. So going into it with the mindset of like this is just something I want to do. It's not for a matter of like I want to see what comes out of it. It's more like I like doing it. So that's what I
Mhm.
want to see it as. So like the content that I make, and which is why I'm doing more and more stuff for like behind the scenes content and stuff like that. I'm like, I feel like I want to try doing some stuff like this because it seems fun.
Yeah, experimenting
Yeah.
is always fun.
Oh yeah.
It also will help in the long term with like different mediums.
Hmm.
I guess like for me as well, like I mean I originally started TikTok not knowing that I'd be interested in making more animated content in like the future of that moment. Like it was just me being on TikTok along
Hmm.
with me animating. But then I started to realize that people were, were actually, enjoying you know the stuff was actually drawing, because for some while I'd always been discouraged to like go into the animation field, mostly because you get like old boomers saying, oh, you're not going to succeed in this area kind of thing,
Mm.
and you should probably
Hmm.
stick to your roots kind of stuff. So it was like weird hearing like that feedback that people were actually interested in a subject that I was actually interested in, and this was like, yeah, I want to keep doing this. So, like, the more I started using my TikTok account for art, the more it started to like grow. So, as much as it was like a random like coincidence that I just managed to blow up from like a few TikTok videos, like the more I started to realize that I was actually interested in animating, the more I was like looking forward to making content and looking forward to like seeing how people react.
Hmm. And I honestly
Yeah.
think that it just resonates with people to see that you're passionate about something because they can tell you like doing it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you put that into your work, people just go like, "Oh yeah, they're going places," you know? Like that's just kind of the outcome.
It's like what Maaz was talking earlier about the guy playing the drums. Maaz was really fascinated about a guy
Exactly.
that knows this
Neat.
thing.
Neat. It's
Yeah.
like you gain knowledge and skill. Well, it also about the mentality. Like you have to be the right mentality to want to get better, no matter
Mhm.
what you're doing, right? Like I recently went back to watch Tooty's first TikTok and then the most recent TikTok aesthetics, and they're just like so different. It's so vastly different.
I
And I
Mhm.
do
think
get
again,
comments from time to time saying, "Do you guys notice how TootyMcNooty has grown?" And then I look at those comments and I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then you scroll down, like just not that much, because I don't really post a lot, like frequently, like a lot of other creators do. So you scroll down like only a few scrolls, and you're like, "Yeah, wow, you have."
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
that's like the big thing in anybody who does anything creative. You just compare always to the beginning, and you just like, well, this is night and day. You know,
Mhm.
It like
it
always
just
elevates
is.
like. And it's also really interesting as well, because like I always feel like with artists in general, I feel like you can sense through the art like how they're feeling roughly. Like obviously you never know how they feel truly, but you just get like, what how they're feeling. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you think, and this is gonna sound bizarre, do you think that COVID is we were lucky to get COVID in the time we did? Because I
Uh,
feel like I
Oh.
don't want to say we're lucky to get COVID. Like, oh
No,
my
I
god,
hate,
Yeah,
I
we're
love
Yeah.
these
no,
lucky.
things. Give
but
me
No.
food
Rush,
back,
we're
please.
so lucky.
I
I just want to
talked
eat
about
again,
this earlier
please.
too,
You're so
but
lucky.
I hate to call COVID a blessing in disguise because of the fact that it's such a terrible thing, but
Yeah.
it's the fact that COVID did happen, and where I live, like we have someone in our house who is very high risk. So like we are in full lockdown. We order our groceries. We have not left. It's been like that ever since,
Mhm.
until we get the vaccines. Um,
Ew.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that when it had just started, like say March area, um,
Mhm.
I had we had gone into lockdown and everything. I couldn't go to work anymore, like to my regular day job. So I had a lot of free time on my hands. And then then one YouTube video popped up on my timeline called "Choosing YouTube Over Being a Doctor."
Ew.
No.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew,
Imagine
Sounds
being a
lame.
disgusting.
doctor.
I know,
You could
yucky.
But
run a
Yuck.
Doctor YouTube channel. Why not
but it was
both?
but it was
¿Por qué no los dos?
it was the fact that it was like a perfect storm of I'm not doing anything right now. I definitely should find work while I'm at home, and it just
Mm.
kind of tumbled. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, well, kind of Tumblr is a different one, Chaos. Come on, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
that's
No,
Yeah.
no,
different.
no.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get you, and I feel like because it's like the Animal Crossing effect, because everybody was indoors, like TikTok was one of the few social media that people kept continuing to make at a rapid pace, and so that's why I feel
Mhm.
like it kind of worked out. And a lot of people spent their time indoors animating, you know? I don't know. I used TikTok not as an animation platform back when I used to use it regularly. I really enjoyed the comedic side of it. 'Cause I was just like,
Mhm.
yeah, I can make memes. And then there was a period of time in which they kind of didn't promote comedy videos anymore. And
Mhm.
I was just like, you know what? That's it. That's it. No more TikTok. I recently went back to post like a pilot on there,
I
that was
saw.
great.
It's real
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
I
That
thought you were a
surprised
doctor,
me.
not a pilot.
Why did it surprise you? Why?
Ah. Oh, I didn't expect. I didn't know you were working on like this secret pilot thing. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very different from your regular content,
I
even
know.
on
A bit
TikTok.
very different, and I think
Mhm.
it threw a lot of people like, "What the heck? This is you?" I'm like, "Yee, this is me."
Yee. I think
Yee.
that's cool.
Mhm.
I grew up in Japan, and I grew up also reading a lot of shoujo, like a lot of romantic anime manga, and people
Mhm.
don't know that. And I was like, no, what, me, a big sap for romance? No,
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 never,
no,
never.
no.
Love.
Ew.
Nice.
A
Stone
lo-
cold.
oh,
Mm.
you're happy in your sorry, oh my bad.
Please give me
Oh,
Yeah,
that
you did
toxicity.
yeah. Yeah, dude. If she ain't toxic, like, what's the point?
What's the point?
I'm going to take your car and drive it over a bridge, and if you don't love me at the right after that, we're not meant for each other. I'm like, what the heck? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
That's
I
just
met
true
my
love,
first
Laddie.
girlfriend.
You
That's how I
crashed your
met.
car into a
And that,
bridge.
kids, is how I met your mother. Laddie, Laddie.
Click the TV.
I don't care, Laddie.
care. I
love
love
it. All
it.
right. Damn it, Laddie. Say no.
Dude, we love it.
We just share the two brain cells, and we're just like
Yeah.
working. Dude, I can't hearing about how COVID's still a thing. It's like pretty. It's weird. It's been so long since COVID's been over in Australia, I guess,
Oh
or
yeah.
at least where I live in my state. Like COVID's not been a thing. We don't wear masks. We don't have any restrictions going outside. We just
What's
Mhm.
that like?
go outside. Yeah. That's the main reason why my throat is kind of rough because I have been, and it's gonna sound like a flex to everyone listening who has COVID, but I've been partying every night almost.
Wah.
Wow.
Yo,
I
what the?
know. Yeah, exactly. I hope that doesn't pick up on the mic. So it's just like what the, and just
No, it
silence,
picked
like
up.
nothing.
Don't you worry.
Dang it. All right, dang it. No, but yeah, I don't know. Like I'm very extroverted, and staying inside last year was annoying. And so as soon as it opened and like properly opened, I have not stopped socializing ever.
Oh,
So
that's so good though. That's
I
what I
wish-
want. I just want to
I
like
want
as
that
soon as the pandemic's over, I want to talk to people. I miss people.
We're not
well,
gonna
here's
feel
the
you,
thing.
laddie.
Look, here's the
I
thing.
feel like I'm gonna get some sort of like sensory overload from like talking to lots of people like post
The moment they
lockdown.
release us to reality again.
Yeah.
like it's
They're
gonna
just
be us
like, "Oh,
running
God."
outside,
Trying to
realizing
pick up
there's a
milk
lot
from
of
the
people.
store. And you're just like,
Yeah.
so many
Uh,
people
hug.
around me.
So many people. No.
I'm gonna hug people, bro. They better run.
You just
Oh,
hyperactive.
I miss hugs. I miss hugs. That's
I'm
so
honestly
sad.
very
Listen.
There's a
the
weird
VidCon,
reverse argument too,
London.
though, because of the
Oh,
fact
what's up?
that I was gonna say the fact that we were all like getting the Animal Crossing effect when COVID had just started, we all like took the Discord, we all just like kind of we were like, just connect online. And for
Yeah.
me, it got me to be a little bit more social with people, like because like I
Really?
wouldn't talk to a giant group of people.
Oh yeah.
Like I have a very close friend group like locally. But like because of all of this, like we've had to do everything online, and then I met everyone. So like it's so like I'm so curious to see what happens when everything is just back to quote unquote normal. Because it's just like,
We'll miss
will
you,
I be
chaos.
scared to go outside, or will I be like overjoyed to go outside?
That's why like this
Porque
dance
no
class
los
that
dos?
I've been taking, like the first time I had it, we literally just like we were all super social distancing, everyone was wearing a mask, but we got split up into groups and just like got to know each other. And like I was just so happy to be able to like have an actual interaction with real people in a classroom setting. Like it felt so good. And I'm just like, man, if this is what it'll be like when actually like things get back to normal, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like
excited.
so risky too at class. Oh
Be
The
be
one
excited,
thing. The
yeah.
one thing I'm looking forward to, like, actually, when COVID like ends, is like going back to a concert full of people. That's the only. I feel like that's the
Yeah.
only place that I can accept a
Concert.
full-on group of people sweating up me. Like I do not care. I just want to get moshing. I just want to
You just really like sweat, you know.
I just want
you
to
know really
Yeah.
sweat really
Just
sweat
want
all
to
that
sweat on
COVID weight off.
people. Want people to sweat on me. Want to exchange sweat. You know,
take some LSD.
sweat. You know.
I can't wait to finally visit VidCon for the first time, because it was
Yes.
You wish.
it was a moment that we like literally we totally could have gone in 2019, but we didn't. And like
Wait,
in
did it still
2020,
happen?
like
Not in 2020, it didn't happen.
not in
but
2020,
Oh,
no,
2019. Oh yeah, it's
in
because
2019, like we totally could have gone at that moment, because we were like we didn't know that TikTok like was doing a thing at VidCon. But in 2020, we were like, you and I were like, yeah, let's go, we're gonna go to VidCon US, and then suddenly like that dropped. I'm like, dang it.
no.
No.
That's another thing as well, is like because I live in the UK and because of like TikTok and COVID and stuff, I have like lots of friends in like the US kind of thing, and I want to see them all. And
Mhm.
it's just going to be really exciting for me to like finally jump on a plane without like obviously there's going to be like COVID like checks and all that jazz, but like going to like another country, because I went to Miami actually in 2020, like the very beginning of 2020,
Mhm.
and that was cool. And then that was also the moment I realized that not everyone lives on the east side of the states.
Not everyone lives
and
in
everyone's
Miami.
spread out, and
Yeah.
everyone lives miles away because America's so huge.
It'd be like that.
It is so huge.
Well, that's the thing. So officially, TikTok London got canceled, right? Like a few days ago, they put out a tweet and they're just like, yeah, official cancellation of VidCon London for this year. VidCon US, most likely, let's be honest, probably will happen, right? Let's be honest.
Will happen or won't happen?
Probably will get canceled, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Gasp.
Like, there's
Wait,
not enough
this
time
year?
to build up hype. Yeah.
Who'd have
yeah.
thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess like I don't know what you guys over in the US are doing in terms of like vaccination process. Like I know in the UK we're slowly going through age categories of trying to get people vaccinated.
Old
But
people
like,
first.
and then that's
Mhm.
when we're hopefully like opening up
It's
everything back up.
incredibly wacky what like the
Yeah.
process has been. Like there have been multiple times where like I think I'm able to go get it and then I think I'm not. So it's just like
Yeah.
the rules keep changing dependent on like the manufacturing, I think, of vaccinations.
Yeah, in my state, they started giving out vaccines to like essential workers. So like all of the teachers at my sister's school have been vaccinated. So they've opened up the school again, but like the students had a choice of like staying at home or attending actual school.
I'm
I
staying
think that's
home.
But
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
that part's nice. My sister's
Yeah.
staying home, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would too. I would
There is
definitely would.
no
yeah,
point.
yeah. But definitely the vaccine is slowly getting out there. I think like in the summer it's said to be available to more of the public, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah.
more as this year is going to progress, we're going to see more news regarding that. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it is slowly getting better. It's just it is going. I feel like slowly,
Yeah.
like our like prime minister has like put out like a basic blueprint plan of like what's opening back up over like the next couple of months and all that. Like the first, like I think it was like the 1st of March or like around the beginning of March, like I don't know what I think it's schools are opening back up again, and you
Mhm.
can then go back into classes and stuff like that, including university. And then like the
Mhm.
last step is like opening nightclubs and basically opening fully
Oh,
fully back up again.
the last
Nightclubs are the
step.
last,
Oh.
but like well, honestly, like it is kind of but honestly I don't know how it's going to turn out because like here in the UK, like every time they've tried to slowly open back up again, like they do it, they come up with a scheme to to like improve the economy some way, and then we back into lockdown. So
Mhm.
touch wood, fingers crossed
They
we
can't
don't go
keep
back
getting
into
away
lockdown.
with it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Look, listen, listen. That's what I'm saying. If everything's gonna be canceled anyway, and Australia's fixed COVID, come down for VidCon Australia. Come
Honestly, yeah.
down.
Bet.
Yeah,
love the
Bet.
actually
fact that
I want to come to Australia actually.
yeah, I
But
love the
isn't
fact
like
that I now
Australia
have an
have this thing?
excuse. I have an excuse to go to Australia. I have an excuse to go to the British Isles now because I just know y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
friends in Australia now. Okay,
But
cool.
I do really
Australia,
want to
what they would do with the when new people come in, they would they would just shove them into a hotel for 2 weeks, and they have policemen outside, so you can't come out until that 2 weeks is over. You can roam. They want to make sure you're quarantined before, so you have to
That's
stay
fair.
you have to stay a little extra.
That's fair though. I mean, if you get as low as Australia's gotten, you don't want to risk raising
Yeah,
them
yeah.
back up.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you do go, you would
Do
have to
it.
stay a
You
little
won't.
longer.
Spread COVID in Australia again. You won't.
But, like, I just want
I-
to go to Australia for like, cause I just love birds, and like Australia's like, I feel like it's just like the capital of cool birds. Like you got cool cockatoos, and then you got the kakapo, although that's in New Zealand,
You had the
Oh, yeah.
emus
and you got emus and ostriches
And
and
the
just cool
spiders.
and
birds and
spiders,
Spiders.
spiders.
I just keep
saltwater
I just keep reminding
crocodiles.
myself of the video of the guy that's walking his emu. It's like it's an emu.
What is that?
It's an emu, mate.
Isn't that British guy who's like walk crossing the road?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
And he's
I
His
love
name's
what
Wallace.
is that? It's an emu. It's an emu.
His name is
Emu
Wallace.
Like there's a TikTok that's I watched yesterday. I gotta get it up, which was so Australian. That like I had to like it. So in Australia there's a bunch of catchphrases that we say like yeah mate or yeah bloody oath. And so
Mhm.
there's one level above bloody oath, which is Ken Oath. And I don't know where it started. We
What?
just say whenever somebody says yeah Ken Oath mate, that's like that's like the highest tier of affirmation. Like there's nothing you can go higher than that.
We're gonna
Okay.
whip out your didgeridoo and get a kangaroo
No, when they
right
say
away.
Ken Oath, it's like you can depend on them 100%. It's like saying like pinky promise, but like
Oh, okay.
it's
Aw.
they will. It's like oh yeah, like you just like have a squiz of the TikTok I just posted. No mic, but
That's
it's
another
like
word that you
Squiz.
introduced to me the other day is a squiz.
oh
What is
yeah. I
squiz?
didn't realize that squiz was not an like I thought it was like a term universally, but then I said to somebody in a group chat,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, just have a squiz of it. And they were like, Maaz, you can't just make up words and say it's Australian. I'm like, what? Wait, squiz is like not Australian though. And I googled it, and apparently squiz is Australian. I was like, what the heck? What squiz is Australian?
Why
So
would
what-
you
what-
Your
squiz?
accent's coming back. Since
So when I've said like, yeah, have a squiz of this. Yeah, let's have a squiz.
Squeeze.
You have no. It's like let's have a look. Let's have like a look see.
let's have a
Oh.
squash at this.
Like a squint,
Yeah.
I guess.
Squiz. I don't know where squiz came from, but yeah, like
Squiz.
yeah, and they were like, Maz, don't say squiz or squizzy in front of me. I was like, what do you mean? That's a real word. And it was, yeah.
I squiz with my partners.
And the accent's only coming back because I'm hanging out with more Australians. Because
Yeah.
I was locked down talking to Americans the entire time. So I was like, oh gosh, my accent's dying. But then now that I'm talking back to Australians, it kind of
You just
slowly
snap
but
right back
surely.
into it.
It's coming back. Yeah, when you were telling us
Mhm.
to get water, you were like, get some water.
And I'm
And-
like, he's back.
Back.
Oh yeah,
He's
my
back,
yeah,
the
grab some
Australian
water.
man
Yeah.
The Aussie we know and
Oh.
love.
Sorry, I'm playing my DJ.
What's that brain thing?
TheAMaazing.
Yeah, there you go. TheAMaazing.
Wait,
What were you saying, Rush?
I said earlier I had some bad news that I want to bring up later.
What was
Mhm.
the other
Oh,
one?
oh no.
So during this quarantine situation, right? I don't like this. I like to save my money. I like to spend too frugally, just editors and equipment, right? That's all I do.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of went on a spending spree.
Why?
Oh no.
Oh.
All right, so there's this game called Rock Band, right?
Oh my
Oh.
god, we're talking about Rock Band.
And I want to bring it when we meet up. When we meet up,
Oh my
we'll have a
god,
sweaty
Rush.
concert. Like TootyMcNooty loves sweaty cons. We're gonna have an in-person
Yeah.
sweaty concert.
Yeah, let's get
You can
Tooty's bad
sing,
at sweat.
You can play the
I want to dump a
drums.
t-shirt.
You can
Get it
guitar and bass, dude. It's so fun.
Can I
Like, that
explain
game
my
is-
experience for what I've seen Rush do in the past like month?
What do you want? I want to tell you. Sure. All right, go ahead.
The fact that you've like when I like hang out and you're just like playing Rock Band. There was one night where I saw you spent like over $30 on
That's
just
nothing.
on just songs. No, one night. Out of all the nights that you played Rock Band.
In a week time, I have spent $400.
Yeah.
On Rock Band
On
songs?
just Rock Band.
I have so many songs. I went through the whole library of Rock Band. I was like listening to every song. Like me and like other friends were just listening. It's like, oh, get that one. I'm like, oh, that's a good one. It was like, it'll
Yeah.
be like Bon Jovi or something, and we'll sing it as I play, just for fun, right? We'll just do a little karaoke sometimes here and there, but we'll just start singing All-Star Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hopped in
Yeah.
and then you were just like, Chaos, what's a band that you like that I can play in Rock Band? And I'm just like, oh, the Offspring. It's like, yeah, Offspring. And then he bought like 2 songs from the Offspring.
Listen, they didn't have the one song.
They didn't have the
every
one
other
song we were looking for.
It's Pretty Fly for a White Guys. Is that the Offspring? I think it is.
I'm unsure.
Yeah, so next VidCon, I am shipping my whole Rock Band to James's house. And then from there, I'm just going to steal it and bring it somewhere else. And we're just going to play. We're just going to party.
Nice.
We're going to do our
Yeah.
own karaoke at our house with Rock
Do
Band.
it. Do
I
it.
want to sing that Miley Cyrus song, the See
Dude.
You Again.
I was so
The last
excited that
time I
song was
freaked
on there. I was
out.
expecting. I was like, what the?
Dude. Yeah, me and Nunu were jamming out.
Yeah.
Thinking about.
So good. It's my favorite
It's so
Miley Cyrus
good. I
song.
love that song.
Good.
You
Yeah, so every
forget
game.
about that song, and then it's one of those songs that you never forget the lyrics to, though. So it's
Yeah.
been like years since
Yeah.
you've heard it, but as soon as you hear it, you just like jam out to
Yeah.
it.
It just
you're
it
right.
unlocks, the memory unlocks. Your
Yeah.
eyes flash with diamonds sparkling in your eyes, and then you go, ah!
That happened to me with Fergalicious. I didn't heard that song for like 10 years. And
Oh my
played it, and I was like, and I just knew it by
Fergalicious.
heart.
Definition.
Make those
That was
like,
me
go,
with
go.
Teo's cruise songs.
Yeah.
But like a break, heart.
Break your heart.
Oh god, yeah, you are
Like
unlocking
this
memories
guy,
for really.
Crazy diamond
Nostalgia,
light.
just activate.
Yeah.
What other things have been going on? Lulu isn't. Fuck.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one?
Name.
That's a good one.
I thought, my bad. All right, Chaos and TootyMcNooty.
Yes.
Just reminded
Huh.
me. Since I've been playing Rock Band, I also been gaming some other games like Sea of Thieves, and this is not the first time I met you, TootyMcNooty.
Yeah. Oh my
I was
god,
like-
Sea of Thieves.
I was with Chaos and Mariah, and we're like, "Who can we get?" It's like, "Oh, Adam YT's busy," and it's like, "Oh, can we invite my friend Tooty?" I'm like, "Sure." Are they cool? It's like they're British. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm gonna make fun of them the whole time.
Oh my
But
god,
it was
though.
funny because I think Raya discovered that Tooty like actually plays Sea of Thieves, like just like you either said you played it alone or just like you didn't know that we played it. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
so,
yo,
I think
come play
when I
with
started
us.
I think as soon as I started asking like if anyone else was playing Sea of Thieves, like it was when I like first bought the game and I was playing solo a lot and I was like, holy cow, this is like great. Like just being a pirate, sailing around, digging up treasure, and fighting skeletons, and you just having a ball of a time
To be a
was being a
pirate.
pirate.
But then
And-
other pirates show up.
Yeah.
and then and then oh, it was really it was so fun when I was like, come and play. I was like, yeah, and I had that ball of a time with like
Like,
you guys. That was fun.
The moment I found out, I texted you immediately. I didn't care what time it was. I was just like, yo, you play?
But hang on, how long I've been playing on for now? I need to open up my Steam.
I've been playing since the beginning of this year. at
I've
least.
never played Sea of Thieves. Like,
Oh
can you
no,
guys
I don't want to
explain
open
what it
Sea of
is?
Thieves. Oh
Same.
no, don't, no. Oh god,
Like,
oh
you
no, I
guys went
clicked
straight
the
into it,
wrong
but
app.
I don't know what that is.
All
Like,
right.
what's
All I
up?
know is
No,
it's
no,
a pirate game where you
You-
drive
Yeah.
ships.
You're
That's it.
basically a crew on a pirate ship, and you get to be pirates. Like literally
Yeah.
every little thing about the ship like matters in terms of like who's steering it, like what direction the sails are turning. Like it's so meticulous, and I love it.
Yeah, so here's the situation. All right, we're fighting. We're sailing around the sea, and then we hear spooky music, and it's like, what
Yeah,
the
the
fuck?
music
And then a
kicks in.
ghost ship comes out of the water just right next to us and rams into us. Like, what the? Get on the.
And you
get
have
on
to,
the,
like-
get on the sails. Get away from here. We have so much treasure. We can get away.
I'm sure.
And then there's like 3 of us will be on the sails, like turning them with the wind or pulling them down. Like, we got to make a 180. It's like, hurry up, drop the anchor. And we'll drop the anchor. It's like, all right, now pull it back up. And it'll take forever to pull it up.
Oh, you're
And
doing
there's,
the anchor turn, the classic
yeah,
anchor
and so we're just
turn.
trying to get to a different, like, turn in our like treasure so we don't get killed. It's like, oh, we can't outrun it. Man, the cannons. You have to run down, get cannonballs, load them, shoot them. And then it's like, oh, we took on damage. Someone go repair the ship down below and dump the water out, basically.
I'm sure
Oh, yeah,
anyone that's
This
listening
is
who doesn't
much
know this
much
game.
worse if you're like actually fighting like other players against like a NPC like skeleton ship. Absolutely fine. With other
Mhm.
players, they're gonna be on it repairing just like you are. Like it is the battle of the death.
To anyone that's listening that like does not know this game in the slightest, Maaz included, probably thinks we sound crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got
Oh my
you guys like, yeah, pirate and cannon and boom boom boom. I'm like, oh, okay. yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
teamwork.
It's the thing you were talking about, the music thing and the animation thing. Like we just talk about it because we love it.
Oh,
It's
the
like-
best thing about Sea of Thieves, the waves.
Oh,
Like
you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
it's,
looking at the
beautiful.
waves.
this is a beautiful game. Like it looks awesome, and
Like,
like
there's fun to be had, yeah.
It sounds fun.
Like,
mm,
it's just
Like-
fun to explore, play music, dance. You can befriend other pirates, just hang out and just talk.
Literally, it's
Play
like
music.
like there are days like where I'm like, do I want to play with other players? Do I want to play with random players, or do I want to play by myself? And I've been trying to play by myself recently because I need to up my like levels so I can become a pirate legend.
Mhm.
Mm.
And like it is fun. Like I'm like seeing other players like randomly on the sea is like the best moments are where you just have a nice like sweet like conversation with like another player and you're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm digging a booty, what about you? And then the other guy's
Yeah.
like, I'm just looking for skellies.
Yeah, you're
you're like-
scared that they might kill you, so you have to be like wary. It's like, yeah, I'm just over
That's
here
one of
hanging
the
out,
coolest
nothing
things.
suspicious.
That's one of the coolest things that I think about the game is the fact that you can go on quests, you find treasure, like you fight skeleton pirates and stuff like that, and you get loot. So the loot that you bring on your ship, you better go and sell it, otherwise another player might come and just find you and take it. You know, like it's every man
Literally.
for himself, and it's very fun.
you gotta like
Mm.
every item you get, you're looking out for like other obstacles that will like obstruct your way, and like you can also like associate with like different parties. So like different items you sell will get different amounts of experience. Like there's like there's a lot of like what goes on in the game, but it's just like it's so fun.
Like if you get this rare treasure chest, you'll be marked on the map, and every player can see you, and they will hunt you down because you got
Oh,
the treasure
actually,
chest.
there was a really funny moment where there was one ship who had that exact flag on, and they
Mhm.
weren't doing anything. Like, they spent a good hour on one island, and I was just, popping off the quests and keeping looking on this, like, one ship that was not moving. And I was like, you know what? I gotta take this ship down because they're not doing anything. Like, this is a good time to do it. So I sailed over. It was two guys, so it's literally two guys versus me. And I take them down both, including the ship. Like, the ship was parked, took them down, and I was like, oh, that was a great moment. And that's what happens when you leave out your ship for too long.
Yeah.
Marks.
So if you were not paying attention, then you're just gonna get taken down.
Yeah. I can talk about this one
Literally.
moment. The one stream we
Mhm.
joined, we had no loot. Who was it? Me, Raya.
Me and someone.
So all right. So we were just there getting killed constantly by these players. Like we had
Mhm.
nothing. There was no reason to kill us, but we were getting upset. And so we're sailing
Yeah.
away to get away from them. We're like, all right, let's get out of here. And then these guys kept launching themselves at us. They're like, hey,
Oh, you mean
stop! And I'm like, get away! You're gonna kill us. It's like, no, we know
yeah.
who you are, Rushlight Invader. I'm like, what? And they're
Yeah.
like,
What?
drop anchor. And they're
Yeah,
like,
no, it was
Raya,
so
Rushlight Invader,
weird.
we know you guys. Like what?
Wait, what? They
Yeah.
just recognized you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so
they come on the ship and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna give you treasure. I'm like, I don't trust these people. And they just gave us so much treasure.
it was so funny because
How
it started out. It was a stream with Miss Raya Games and Perfect Void. We like someone stream sniped Rush and saw that he was playing in the same server they were, and they just typed into the chat, "We're coming for you," and we're just like, "Oh."
Oh,
We're just like, "What do you mean?"
that's
So
quite funny.
he said that, and they're just like,
That's
"Oh, you're at that
so
island. We're
funny.
coming." And it's just like, "No." I'm like, "Guys, raise anchor. We gotta go."
We're trying to avoid them,
Like,
but
how do they calculate that quickly? What?
I think they
That's
just
so
recognized Rush's name when they
crazy.
were fighting him, and they were
yeah,
just
they're
like,
like,
"Yo,
you
I
used to
know that
dog ones
guy."
out, right? I'm like, oh, I still do. They're like, yeah, I recognize you. It's like, here, man, have all this treasure. I'm like, oh my god.
Ooh, nice.
And then later that day, so when you die, you get these colors when you die off on a ghost ship.
Mm-hmm.
And to do a raid, you have to take all the colors and put them in an area.
There's
And
this
then when we activate the raid, and you have to fight these certain skeletons with different colors, to put a lantern up to them with the color or matching color, and then you kill them.
it's
And then the boss comes.
mhm.
Took us forever.
It took us
And
like
then Rye
30
was like,
minutes.
yo, let's just bring him down to the ship, shoot him with cannons. So that's what we did. Took him away from his raid area, and we just unloaded him with cannon fire. Took a while. All our cannons were gone. And then, all right, okay, I was like, yo, who wants the key? Who's streaming? I'm like, I'm streaming. And Rye's like, yeah, give it to him. And I'm like, all right. And we go up to the treasure place, like, oh, that was exhausting. And I'm like, now, if only my other crew will come around the corner and kill them so we can steal all the treasure. Haha. Yeah, that'll be funny if that happened. Unlock the door, take all the treasure out. Then we hear our ship being destroyed by other pirates.
Oh no.
It was
Mhm.
And they just
basically
came in, waited for us to kill the boss, and then they just killed us and stole the treasure.
yeah, it was a long-winded quest that literally took us like half an hour to beat, and we didn't notice that because of the fact that like the island was very foggy. There was someone waiting in the background just waiting for us to finish the quest, and then the moment they saw that the quest had been finished, they just took our ship down
They
and took the
unleashed
treasure.
it.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous thing about doing raids is that like by the time you do a raid, everyone knows you're doing that raid, and so they're just snooping around on the outside, just like waiting for it to end so they could just destroy your ship and just take the
But
loot.
that's why you might need like a ship to scout around, like, hey guys, there's
Yeah.
definitely people here.
We
Mm.
probably should have had someone waiting like by our ship to make sure nothing happened. But then again, it was the first time we had done this, and I was like, "Rush, here's the key. Open the vault. Let's look at it." We were just really excited.
Yeah, so that's Sea of Thieves. It's a really
Wow.
fun game.
Damn,
Yeah,
that
get
actually
it,
sounds
get it.
really, really fun.
It's really good
Damn.
That's
teamwork,
so
and
fun.
We
and you can
definitely
chill,
we should
too.
definitely introduce it to you guys. It's really good.
You have Game
Oh,
Pass.
it's
It's
just
free if you have
time.
it.
It's just time for me. I don't even know if I have time to hang out on Discord full stop, let alone play a game.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
understandable.
That's
Feels
fair.
bad, man. Feels
Mhm.
bad. But like, it definitely sounds like a game run up. Because my favorite part of Assassin's Creed 4 was the pirate sections. You know.
Oh yes, Assassin's Creed 4 is so good.
I think in Assassin's
Mhm.
Creed 4, like the way that the ship worked, like you had to fire all the cannons at once, yada yada.
Mhm.
The way that they set that up. In this game, it's every cannon is individual, and you have to set it up yourself. Like you have to know how to manage your time. You know,
Yeah, how to load,
there's
where to aim,
like if
how to
there's another
drop.
ship, it's like there's a ship on our starboard, man the cannons, and like someone's like okay, and then they have to go get ammo from down below, and then there's like okay I got it, and then they start loading. Like it's so like it's like fine details like that I love in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have a
That was-
battle like mode where you got the main game, which is like doing the quests and doing the raids and all that, but you've also got like a sea dog area where it's like mostly PvP, and like that area is quite fun as well. Like it's mostly just like taking people's like ships down, but then you get to the point where you get like a crew member, kill everyone on one like ship that's not theirs, and they stay on that ship until they like revive on that ship and just kill them again.
You're a monster.
Ooh.
Damn
You
right.
guys are terrifying. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Oh, I literally do nothing. I just like play my accordion and I go on a crow's nest. They'd be like, drop anchor now. I'll just like be the anchor guy. I'd be like, drop it. That's all I do.
Speaking of pirates, though, we finally started watching One Piece.
Ooh.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah, I like it so far. We just got to the Usopp. That's all I'll say. But
Yeah.
End of
yeah,
Usopp.
That's like
We-
really early. Don't worry. You're not spoiling
we're
anything.
really
Laddi.
early.
That's-
Okay, we're
yeah.
so early. I love Usopp though. He's such a
Usopp's my
good boy.
favorite, next to Zoro.
He's like the epitome of flawed character, but for the best reasons, you know? Like
yeah,
very good boy. He's a good
he's
boy.
a good boy.
Like the next arc after this is the one that really cemented One Piece is great in my eyes. Like it
I'm
really just solidified.
excited.
You mean the arc with the
Arlong.
on the water, or the one with the other people?
Arlong.
It's so vague.
Arlong, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
On
that
it.
next Rush?
No, that's not.
Honestly,
Oh,
not
dang.
I want to get into One Piece, but also like just longer animes tend to scare me because I'm just
That
like, oh
that
god,
is
Oh yeah.
that's a
my
time commitment.
mentality.
Yeah.
One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, all of those.
I mean, after
Bleach is not worth it.
having Rush made me watch all of Dragon Ball, and we're watching all of Naruto. I'm like, what's One Piece? Come on, let's go.
Mhm.
I mean, I know One Piece is like way longer, but like, I ain't afraid no more. I can take it.
I think we're at the part with Naruto with the four tails for Naruto, Orochimaru.
Yeah, we're in Shippuden now.
Like honestly, I'm having trouble just following up shows just because of like how busy work has just kind of gotten. Like I'm even having trouble with
Yeah.
WandaVision, and we're watching it once a week.
Watching shows is like the only free time I've got now. So I've been like planning anime nights with different groups of people because I'm like, this is the only time I can hang out. I have to work the rest of the time. Sorry.
It's like
Yeah.
Promised Neverland with Raya.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Meet
say
Other
House
Crew.
Promised Neverland.
Don't
Yeah.
watch season 2 of Promised Neverland. Don't watch it.
I heard just to watch the first 2 episodes and that was it, and then go read manga.
Yeah, I've been watching it with Raya, but we're both like too invested to stop watching. But also, it's just like,
No,
Mhm.
So what's
Laddi, they did the Tokyo Ghoul. They skipped 2 arcs of my favorite arcs, and they delete characters, and they like skip ahead.
It's really weird. I don't know. It feels totally different from the first season.
Yeah, because it is, and they don't they
Yeah.
don't acknowledge that some of the one of my favorite characters that I knew you would like, Laddie, got deleted, and I was like, what the heck?
Really?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not digging it as much, but like me and Raya are both just like, well, we made it this far. We have to see what happens. So
No.
Investment bias,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Sunken cost.
Yeah, stuck in
That
the-
time you can spend watching new anime or One Piece.
Well, it did be like that.
The new Attack on Titan, you know, like you could just do
Attack on
that.
I need to catch up
Titan.
with Attack on Titan. It's been so
Oh,
long.
boy.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. I'm not gonna say anything, of course, but
Don't.
oh,
Don't.
I've only
New
watched like season
season.
1 and a bit of season 2, and like I've only heard that season 3's come out, and I'm like, ooh, and everyone's saying it's still so good.
Tooty, listen.
Dude,
The
this-
knowledge, the difference of knowledge that you have watching season 2 to season 3 is crazy. And then season 3 to season 4 is also crazy. Like you're very behind in the story. There's,
You
like,
learn
a
so
lot-
much.
No, I'm so
Mhm.
behind. No.
I honestly
But,
feel the
like-
same way about My Hero because I'm like just at the end of season 2.
Of My Hero?
Yeah.
Season 2 was my
Oh.
favorite season, I think.
The
My Hero has
I'm-
become one of the animes I just like play in the background when I work now because I've seen it so many times. I don't even have to
I'm
pay attention to it.
so
God.
disappointed in My Hero. I'm
Really?
disappointed.
Is it
Aw.
manga or anime? Which one right now?
Manga or
Um,
anime?
Manga. The animation's good in the anime,
Okay.
but like the
Interesting.
story just doesn't do anything. It's just so bland. It
Mm.
doesn't do anything else. I was so disappointed. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait
Dang
to
it.
continue. No, I'm kidding.
Can't wait to keep.
Wait,
I'm
with
still
My Hero-
curious to see what happens next. So
My
But
Hero
wait,
Academia.
with My Hero though, is there more than 2 seasons? Because I've like watched.
4 right now.
Yes.
There's
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a movie,
God,
I think, right?
2 movies.
Yeah, it's 2
Literally-
movies.
The one movie's good, and the end scene for the first movie's good.
Like I've seen clips of like non-spoiler animation for it. I'm like, oh, it's so nice.
The animation can get really good in My Hero sometimes. I'm just like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
ooh.
There's some cool impact frames. They'll just have like the comic book letter boom like as an impact frame. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a spoiler. I can't say anything.
Okay.
Dang it, Rex.
Get back.
Okay, now you know what? Screw you guys. There's a character that's coming up. I'm kidding. There's a character that
I was
comes
actually
up.
gonna
and-
take my headphones out.
No. It's like very minor, very, very minor. There's a character
Okay.
that's literal power is that he can make onomatopoeia appear in real life. So when you say
Real-
boom, it like boom happens.
I love
Oh
that.
wait, didn't we see this guy in the background before?
You may have.
No, yeah,
you
wait,
have.
he's in the tournament arc, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes, I forget. Like you probably have met him, but yeah,
he's a
like
speech
Mhm.
bubble boy.
watching him use his entire power set is really cool. Like,
I would. That
Oh, that's
sounds
good.
awesome.
That makes me excited though.
This sounds so stupid, but I want it.
Mhm.
I feel like I would
love it.
have one of those stupid powers if I was in the universe, you know?
Actually, if we,
Boom.
I wonder if we all had a superpower, but just one, what would it be?
Teleportation or portals because I can kill anyone with a portal, and I just want to teleport places.
I want to jump like really high.
But how, do you want to have the ability to like not
Big
die
jump.
from jumping really high, or
Yeah.
like
just
Portal
have the ability
Dude.
to
He
jump really
jumps
high
up
with
as a kid and just dies straight up.
yeah.
Guys, look at my power. Yeah.
Alright, bye guys. It's been nice living.
I want the ability to attract and repel. I think that's what I really
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like the
But
You can
idea.
just propel yourself so no enemy can get close to you, or energy blast.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're
so
like,
it's like-
back off.
powers with like utility like that is what I want. You know, like because there's some abilities that are just like very cut and paste. Like the guy with Mineta with the purple hair, like the one who makes sticky balls. Like there's not much utility
Yeah.
in that. You know.
You just
Mhm.
stick
Whereas-
He's just sticky balls.
and bounces off
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Kind
whereas
of like repel
attract-
and
yeah.
Like I like the
Okay.
idea of shape shifting, but like then again, it's like so cliche of a
Ooh.
power. But like I'm just like,
Oh.
oh, but that would be so cool though, because like not only can you like change your appearance, but like you can do like stretchy arms and like cool things with it. You can really
you be a giraffe.
I can be a giraffe.
She could be a
Heck
There's a
yeah.
character.
Think
Honestly,
about it.
like, I would love to transform into a bird just so I can fly.
That
No,
is
yeah,
true.
Get
S-
people
stuff
who
like
say
that.
they can fly in their dreams, but I just want to fly.
And then
Mhm.
like mid-air turn to a
Yay.
hippo. And then right at the last second turn to an ant
Fall
so you
on
don't
a
feel any fall
villain.
damage.
Dude, there's a character in One Piece that has the ability of attraction repellent, and he's one of the strongest characters, and that's literally why I want to get it. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like a My Hero spin-off manga called My Hero Vigilantes.
I've
yeah,
seen
Nunu loves
like
that.
the book.
Ooh.
Like I haven't read it, but I've seen it in like stores.
I think that manga for that is better than the My Hero manga. Like that.
It has like a
Really?
darker spin to it.
It's like I wouldn't say darker, but it's like the entire premise is like what happens like when you have a power that's actually not that good, like not good enough to enter the hero academy, but you still want to be a
Mm.
hero. Like what then? And so
So like the
It's
one
this
character in
kid-
season 4.
yeah, it's like this kid and two others that end up being well, Rush. I didn't want to say that, but like that's a little spoiler, but whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's this kid who just sets up this vigilante service where he puts on a mask and tries to be a hero in the night. but tries to avoid the police because if he was caught, it's illegal, you know. But
They just have a
Mhm.
license or something.
and his ability is like good, but not nearly good enough to be a hero. And he's learning how it's like the ability to slide, and that's it. He slides.
Oh.
He has to put like 3 arms, 3 body like
Parts.
3 of 4 body parts, like the arms or legs, on the floor to slide. So he just puts all 4 and
Oh.
just starts sliding, and he's like a cockroach. And he's like, "My name is a hero," and everyone's like, "Yeah, you're the cockroach, right?" It's like, "No, that's not my hero name. It's different." And
Aw.
so it's just him learning how to best use his ability and work with his weak power, and it's way better than the My Hero because it's like there's no grandiose message. It's just a guy trying his best, and I love
Aw, that's cute.
it.
Like if I had a power, it would be like a not a useless character. I don't know, like a useless characteristic that's like useless physically, but like I don't know, like otherwise though it's like impactful. So like I don't know, like the ability to like maybe like read the future slightly or like see visions of like someone else's past or something.
You know, it's a
Guys,
good
don't say
power.
anything. Don't say that. Yeah, that's really good.
You know,
Um,
one of my favorite powers is the power to share sight.
The share sight.
Ooh.
Share
Almost
sight?
like foresight, you know?
No. Like
like
there's 6
actually show
guys
what
in a
they're seeing.
battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all had like semi-human speed, semi strongness. They're all fighting one
Like the
guy.
third eye raven.
I don't know what that is.
Game
So
of
ba-
Thrones.
He hasn't watched Game of Thrones. He hasn't watched.
Oh no. So basically, there's like there's one-on-one fights happening, and the other 5 guys are surrounding the 2 fight. But they all share the same sight. So let's say the one character like teleports behind him and about to stab him, but he sees that he's teleported behind him because the other ones can see him. So he just dodges without looking. So he just like he'll constantly know where like things are going, so he just dodges them.
Ooh, that
Oh,
would
I
be
would like
Ooh.
some of the
Just have like a
that's
bunch of different eyes with like different angles or like see
similar power exists like in Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, Laddi Rush, we should watch it.
We
We've been
should.
holding that bad boy down.
You free after this podcast? You
Yeah?
free after this podcast? All right.
Maybe I have to call my grandmama. She called me, and I think there's something going down. I don't know yet.
That's okay. I'll make
I
breakfast,
gotta
but then we can watch
sleep.
after. Anyway,
Heck yeah.
in Jujutsu Kaisen, there's a character whose power is whatever he says, people have to follow. And so because of that, the entire character, he always speaks in like gibberish or ingredients of sushi and Japanese food. So he's like salmon, roe, because
Oh,
then
that's
that
his
way he
power.
doesn't harm people. But then when he actually like, because he's one of the strongest characters in the entire series. Because as soon as he activates, he's like, "Stop!" And everyone has to freeze, including his enemies and stuff. And it's really, really cool. It's awesome. Like I like
That's
that.
cool.
It's a
I was
big,
wondering
big
why
good
that
boy.
character was being weird.
Yeah. Because if once he talks, you have to do it. And I won't say much more than that. I
Interesting.
won't say much more than that.
That's cool though.
That's an
Nice.
interesting one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Jujutsu Kaisen, good anime. I would recommend people. Animation's fantastic.
Mhm.
And there's like a lot of like elements of sacrifice. Like it kind of explains a lot of the anime tropes. Like, you know, in anime, they always reveal their power, but then you're just like, why did you do that? Now the enemy knows your power. Oh, you idiot. What are you doing? You know? But
Now to explain my
in this
evil plan.
yeah, and it's like, what are you doing? But in Jujutsu, they're like, it's all about contracts. Like that's it. It's like here's about demons and spirits, and it's all about contracts. And they're like, if I reveal to you my power and you expect what's coming, it's gonna be stronger. And like the more you disadvantage yourself, the more power the actual move gets, you know? So
Mm.
it's a very cool concept that I enjoy, and they exploit it a lot, and I like.
I swear that they
Pretty
have that power move as like a Pokemon move. Like the weaker like one Pokemon is, the stronger another Pokemon is.
Ooh, it's like bite or something.
I think
Isn't
so.
it?
I can't remember the name of the
Wait.
exact move, but there is a Pokemon move that if one Pokemon is weaker, the other one is stronger,
Oh,
and if
so
one of them's stronger, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work as much.
there's this one Pokemon move. You can like have this berry or whatever, or a certain ability. If you get hit like 1 KO attack, like self destruct, you will have 1 health point. And if you have
Yeah.
this ability called reversal, you can take all your HP and kill them with it. So let's say you're a 300 like HP target.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. It's like a focus. You wear a focus sash so that your HP is 1, and then you just do reversal, and you one hit KO almost anybody.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like
That's
it's working
nice.
damage basically, what you take.
I again, just because I like watching Masters, I watched some of the best speedrunners. Sorry, Nuzlockers use that strategy and stuff. You know,
Mm.
we in it. We in it.
Yeah.
Be
All
that
right,
guy.
and with that, I think we're gonna wrap the podcast. I think that
fun
should
one.
be it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gone
that's
so
the end.
quickly.
I know it's an hour and a bit. 20
Mhm.
minutes almost.
This is
Ooh.
fun.
With that, everybody, again, I just want to quickly reiterate that if you want to have access to this podcast earlier or want to support us during our transition period, please support us on Patreon or channel members. We'll have some goodies for you guys ASAP. All right? All
Yay.
good. Right. Latest,
Yay.
everybody.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Woo! And logging off now.